Welcome back to Commerce Corner. We're now on lesson 3, and today we're talking about trust, a continuation from lesson 2, but today we're talking about securing the bag. We're going to secure the bag. How do we secure the bag? We secure our property. Okay, the whole point of a trust is giving control to someone else to control your property, or an organization to control your property. So we created one on paper last lesson. Today we're going to show you how to create one via paperwork, the commerce. Just like you're creating a business, okay? The IRS forms and those things that you need to get your business flowing, that's what we're doing today. We have a couple of steps. We're gonna make it real simple for you guys. This is no different than if you have an operating business now. The only difference is that you're requiring your EIN number outside of a certain area of territory. Okay, they issue a different type of number. You can utilize this number in different ways, like for tax purposes. Okay, and these are all in the IRS codes, and we'll give you these references for you. But yeah, so the only difference is that you're requiring a different type of EIN number, so you move a little differently. And we're gonna go through all of that. We're gonna break the trust down. You're gonna fill out 3 different forms, okay, to create your trust, and you have an estate also. So we're gonna get into that. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do today is step 1. We're going to choose a business name. We're basically going to erect our estate, okay, through the IRS.gov site. So you can go to irs.gov and you can go to acquire EIN or apply for EIN, excuse me. You're going to go there, the portal's going to come up, it's going to ask you what do you want to create. See, after that, then you're going to go to next, and it'll ask you the name. The name is your all caps, your first and middle, that's on your birth certificate. Then it will ask you the next, your social security number, type that in, and then you are the executor. That's what you would choose, and then your social security number again. The next portal will ask you for your name again. You will put the all caps, first, middle, and last. Type in your social security number again. The county, now the county you're gonna use, the county where it was created, okay? So wherever your birth certificate came from, that's the county that you will list there. The date that you will use your birth date in this year, okay? The year that you're creating it. And that should be it as far as receiving your EIN. It's real simple. It should be an 82 number, not anything difficult to do, and that's step 1. Now we're on to step 2. Step 2 is registering your business, acquiring a DBA or assumed name, a certificate of assumed name. It's different in every county. Just it doesn't cost it's not too expensive, maybe about $12 to $15. But anyway, you will go there, fill that out, and that will register your business. So that's step 2. Okay, we're on to step 3 now. What I want to say about step 3 is now we're getting into setting up our foreign sightage trust, our parent trust, our mother trust that holds all of our assets in place. So you can create plenty of estates or businesses or trusts, but you always want to have that one that secures everything, that holds everything in place. And this one is important because it's outside of the jurisdiction of the United States, okay? So it's foreign according to the IRS codes, which we have listed for you, that you could check out. Please go read this and the guidelines and what it states of how to maneuver with this particular EIN number. So this one we're not going to do online. The last one was pretty simple. You should have gotten it in like 5 minutes. What I do want to say is, though, after each EIN that you acquire, you always follow up with a 8832 form. Okay, we're going to go over this form today after we get into this SS4 form. But I do want to state that even after the EIN that you just acquired, the 82 number, make sure you fill out an 8832 form. I'm going to tell you that too. We're going to get back to that. This one you're going to have to call in. Okay, this one you're not going to be able to do online. We have the numbers and the directions listed for you. It's not scary. They're going to kind of ask you questions jumping around on the application. Fill out the application, keep it after you get your EIN number, because they're going to give it to you over the phone. The IRS is, after you get it, make sure you mail your SS4 form in and mail a 8832 form in. So that's a part of this step. Let's get into this form. Okay, the legal name of the entity, whatever the name was on your trust that we created in lesson 2, when we had the family trust and we had the appellation, whatever family name that you have, you can list that there as the legal name in box 1. Box 2, trade name of the business, that could be, that's empty. That box is empty. Okay. Box 3 is the executor. The executor could be whatever you identify yourself as. Okay. However you want to run this trust, that's the executor. Box 4 is the mailing address. Make sure you put it in care of. This is somewhere that you can receive mail domestically, wherever you can. Box 5 is the street address. This one you want to make foreign. Okay, so the only way that you can receive this number is if you are outside of the United States, if you were the foreign territories. Okay, boxes 4A and 4B, you want to put an in care of address. You could put C-O or whatever. Just let them know that it's an in care of domestic mailing address. Anywhere that you can receive mail, you want to list that address there. I would suggest that you put your zip code in brackets. So it's not domestic. 5A and 5B would be a foreign address. Now don't get freaked out by this. Oh my God, what do you mean a foreign address? Somewhere other than North America, the United States of America, somewhere other than that. You could use a country. List the country in 5A and 5B. Line 6, we would keep that blank. 7A is the name of the responsible party. Yet again, who do you want to be responsible for the trust? Okay, I personally used the same name that I used in box 3, but it's up to you. 7B, you will leave blank. Let's see, 8, you will put no. 8A is no. 8B, you don't list anything there. 8C is no. 9A, so they're going to ask you what type of entity, like what are you doing this for? And you could put a trust. Okay, you are creating a trust. This is what this whole thing is, what this whole document is about. And then 9A, we don't list anything. 10, the reason for applying, you could say you just created a trust, a family trust. That'll work for you. We don't list anything between 11 through 17 is non-applicable, and 18 is no. Sign it, date it, and they're going to issue you your number. You shouldn't have a problem with this. If they ask you, if they hound you for a social security number, I personally didn't use mine when I erected my trust, but if it's something that you just can't get past, that's not going to hurt you either. Okay, because I have those questions also. But yes, you should get your 98 number with no problem. Congratulations if you did. You now have a foreign trust outside of certain territories and jurisdictions. And make sure you put it at the top where it says EIN. Mail this in. You also, like I said, want to mail in the 8832 form, which we're about to get into, which is a part of step 4. But I also wanted to say this. So we have a couple of things going on here, because I know you're kind of confused. Well, why are we getting all these identifying numbers? It's all connected. We call it the Holy Trinity. Okay, this is part of, if you purchased the fast track file, you know what we're talking about, where we have the triangle, where you have the foreign situs, and then you have the corporate trust, and then you have the estate. Okay, so they all connect, because you are more than what you seem. Even on paper, you think that you're just one entity, yet you have multiple identifying numbers that identify you in the system. You see what I'm saying? So this is basically just getting all of our affairs in line to operate efficiently, okay? The Trinity. So with that being said, we just filled out the foreign situs trust, which is our family trust, our foreign trust, with everything's gonna be secure in. And you always connect things, you always connect EIN numbers back to your foreign estate through the 8832. So that's the connecting force. That's the fiduciary relationship bridger. Okay. Not trying to get off subject too much, but yes. So that's the main trust. We're also going to fill out a SS4 for our corporate trust, and this is something that this is your LLC, part of your LLC, part of your movement in commerce. Okay, we killed the straw man with the 82 EIN number. Now we're going to control what he does with this particular trust. Okay, this is the public figure. This is the controller on behalf of our beneficiary. We're going to hop right into it. This one you're also going to call in, so have you another SS4 form ready to fill out. Remember, you're going to fill this out and mail it in at the end. They're going to give you this EIN number in like 5 minutes. It doesn't take long. Make sure you fill out an 8832 form for this as well. And we're going to get to those. I want to kind of get those out all at the same time for you. Okay, line 1. Like I said, if you have an appellation, if you are going to change your nationality at any point in the future, we're setting you up for something real nice, I promise you. So line 1 would be your appellation, or if you're never going to change your name, that's fine too. Just put that capital letter, lowercase letters to signify an actual real person. We learned in language, a real person is not all caps. Okay, so that will be the first name that you will put there, or title. You put your appellation, DBA in all caps, the all caps name. So whatever name is on your social security, you will list there after the DBA. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. Your appellation, or your name regular, signifying a real person. DBA, your all caps name, is the legal name of line 1. Line 2, your trade name of the business would be the all caps name. Okay, line 3, whomever you want your executor to be, I put my appellation in that box in EX for executor. Line 4A and 4B is an Nkiru address, again, where you can receive mail domestically. Make sure you list, put the brackets on the zip code. You can write non-domestic after it also. We have a template for you. Lines 5A and 5B is a foreign address. Yet again, use a different address than you use with the last SS form. Don't use the same address, okay? This is a completely different trust that we're erecting, and they're all gonna flow and function together. But this is a different form, different address. Okay, 6, the county and state. Okay, I didn't list anything there. 7A is appellation. 7A is the name of your last trust. So whatever the name of your parent trust is, that's going to be the controller of this one. That's the name of the responsible party. If you have a 9-8 number for that one, listed in 7B. 7A is, oh yes, it is for a limited liability company. And the number of members, you could just put 1 for now. 8C, no. 9A, we will say trust. You know, we're erecting another trust. Line 9B, I didn't list anything there. 10, you could say started a business. Line 11, you can list any date. Okay, any date. The closing month is December. 13, none-applicable. 14, I didn't check anything. 15, unapplicable. 16, unapplicable. All the way to 17, an NA. And then 18, check the no box, sign it, date it. There you go. List your EIN number at the top that they're going to issue you, and there it is. You filled out your very, very, very important corporate trust. Okay, this is kind of like your new identity. Who you're gonna be on the commerce side. Because one thing we don't want to do, people, is put ourselves in the middle of business, you know, business transactions, artificial things that's going on. We have to protect ourselves. So this is just part of the steps to protect yourself in creating your business and trust and securing the bag. Okay. That was step 3. That was a long step 3. So in step 3, we got a lot done. We got 3 EIN numbers. Okay, we call this the Holy Trinity. We had the foreign situs trust. We had the estate that killed the straw man. That's the beneficiary. And then we had the corporate trust that acts, the public figure that acts on the benefit of the beneficiary. That takes all the hits, if you will, but it's not you, people. It's not you. And I want to say this: you can create many of these. Also, and the trustee, you can have many trustees. So if you created a business with someone in the future, you can list many people there. Also, so I just wanted to let you know that that's the end of step 3. Now we're on to step 4. We're going to get into these 8832 forms that we've been talking so much about. I'm excited. These are very, very important. We call these the link, you know, creating this fiduciary relationship between everything that you own, you know, and keeping it safe and secure. Okay, we're now on to step 4 in creating the trust, securing the bag, okay? This 8832 form, I'm gonna make it real simple. I'm gonna break it down. I'm only gonna explain this once. Now you're gonna fill out 3 of these, okay? We're just gonna switch a couple of numbers around. I'm gonna let you know. Starting it off, we want to fill out an 8832 form for your social security number. So your all caps name, social, we want to fill out one for that. We're going to connect that to our estate that we created, the 82 number when we killed it, right? Want to let them know who we are as far as the connection to the foreign situs trust, which secures everything, and it's also foreign, you know. Great. Okay, so line 1, the all caps name, your social security number will be the next box next to the employer identification number. The street address, put a care of, mailing address, any address that you get mailed to. I would say bracket the zip code. You can even put the word near before it. We want to do a late classification, okay, in relief. Now, this is an entity classification, so this is what you're classified as, pretty much. So this is a very important document. Like we said, we erected a foreign trust. We want to connect everything to that foreign trust, okay, that secures all of our assets, all of our property, all of our belongings, right, even ourselves, okay? Okay, I'm getting off subject. Part 1 is pretty simple. Like I said, check late classification. Part 1, we're going to check box A. Initial classification, newly formed entity. 2A is no. 2B, nothing. 3, no. Check no. You could be classified. Okay. Line 4, we want to put the name of our estate. So it will be the all caps name, and then or you could put the all caps name, and then the 82 number will go there. Okay, that's line 4. Nothing for line 5. Line 6, you will list check F. Then we have 7, list a country, I would say a non-Hague country or something just foreign. List a foreign country. I put Jamaica, but you can list whatever you want to. Line 8, I didn't list anything there, but you can choose any date that you want to. 9, the name of the person you want to contact. That could be anybody. List the number, sign it, date it. Part 2, where it asks you provide the explanation, I just put late entry, didn't file on time. And sign this form, and that's your 8832. Now, you're not going to change anything on this form as far as the form that you fill out for each, connecting to each SS4 or each EIN number. The only thing that you're going to change here, so let's say now we have now we have the estate. Now we have the estate that we have to fill out an 8832 form for. Line 8, the first line, you're just gonna put the name of the estate, put the 82 number next to it, the employer identification number, everything else stays the same. Line 4, you're going to change, okay? Line 4 is going to actually be the corporate trust that we created. So it's kind of like we're going up a ladder, okay? So the social security number you're filling out at 8832 is going to connect you to the estate. Now we're on to the estate 8832 form, and that's going to connect you to the corporate trust, okay, that we created. So the name of the owner is going to go there as the corporate trust name, and then the 98 number for that trust. Everything else stays the same as far as what you need to fill out on the document. Okay, now we're going to do an 8832 form for the corporate trust. Like I said, the name, just put the name as you listed it on your corporate trust, the DBA, and then you would list the 98 number that you received for that. And then line 4, you would actually list your foreign situs trust. So the parent trust, the one that controls everything, your family trust, you'll put that name on line 4 and your 98 number. That was a lot in one breath, but I got through it. That is your 8832 form. So it's pretty simple, but it's a very important form. You're going to receive a letter back from the IRS stating that, this entity is now classified as classified as a foreign entity, excuse me. So that's why that is important. And that's step 4. Step 5 is we're going to acquire a DUN number. So let me say this. I said this. You can create infinite amounts of trust. You can create a trust for anything. This is just the structure to get you started, on the private side, kind of securing, like we said, secure the bag. You can get many EIN numbers. You can create a trust. Like I said, if you have firearms that you need to register, different things that need registering, register them in a foreign trust, so you're not liable for it. Okay, and you can put the controller of the trust as any of your other trusts. Okay, we can get creative with this, people. This is game. This is what they've been doing. Let me tell you something. I have a business degree, a BBA, and I learned a little bit in economics, but I ain't learned the game like this. I'm just saying this was something I had to go acquire on my own. And I've had businesses, like I said, the only difference now is secure. Secure is the main word here. Okay, I've had a business since I was 18 years old. I've been acquiring, EIN numbers and getting LLCs and doing all of that and paying taxes and things. You know what I'm saying? So this puts you in a different tax category also, if you so choose. Like I said, we have the IRS code for you to use. Go look it up, go study it. You know, they tell you exactly what you need to do if you receive anything from the IRS, you know. So getting off subject, back to the DUN number. You can get as many DUN numbers as you want to represent the EINs that you have. Okay, this is like an identifying number, kind of like your social. The DUN number acts as a social in commerce. So one thing we need to stop doing is using our social security number. So we've got you all these new nice little numbers that you can use in place of it. Okay, and we're gonna I'm gonna give you some tidbits of how to get going, how to get started if you don't already know. Some of you have already, like you said, you've been operating a business for a very long time. So it's not that different. The DUN number, you will go in DNB, go to www.dnb.com, acquire a free DUN number. They have packages there that can help you, you know, if you want to get a head start on establishing your business credit. I would advise that also. They have different plans for you. But yeah, this is the business world. This is the credit game. Okay. You can also, if you've heard of any credit privacy numbers or profile numbers or CPN numbers, you can also utilize those. But I would suggest, if you don't know anything about it, research it, look it up, study. But this is a part of the game. This is step 5. We're on step 5. Acquire a DUN number. Real simple. They're going to ask you, you know, the type of business. I would suggest getting a DUN number for your corporate trust. Now, the thing that you must remember about the DUN number, because they say it takes 30 days, you know, 2 to 4 weeks to acquire. When you are setting it up, it's going to be set up as an LLC. Okay, so make sure you have it as an LLC. Now, you can use this number to open bank accounts and different things of that nature. So you could use this number as you would use your social, okay, which is the great part about it. So take advantage of that. That's that's step 5. Step 6 is just, now we would apply for a credit card. We get in the credit game. So we have you all set up. Once you get that DUN number, you're ready to go. You can take that, apply for a credit card, get your credit established. They have credit lines out there. You can get trade lines for your credit to boost it and start acquiring things. Now, we do have future courses in how to utilize that 82 number as an exemption number to discharge in the future. But for now, this is the basis of setting up a business, people. It's 6 steps, 6 simple, easy steps that we've kind of made complicated through it, but we got through it. So we're happy about that. Also, I wanted to go over one more IRS form. It's called the W-8 bin. Okay, we're now on to the W-8 bin, which is called the Certificate of Foreign Status of Beneficial Owner for the United States Tax Withholding and Reporting. So that sounds kind of familiar to what you will be filling out when you get a job. And Human Resources give you that good old W-4. Instead of filling out the W-4, you're going to utilize the W-8 bin, which is the way to get to God's infinite heaven. Okay, if you look at the word bin, if you look up the 8 is an infinity sign, and you know, the W, that's the way to God's heaven. It used to be called the Certificate of Foreign Status for Natural Born Sovereign Citizens of the 50 states. But they changed the name in 2000. So it was the way to get out then. You know, this is just a part of, you know, the whole package of what we have going on here. If you follow your UCC, you can also put this in there. You can utilize this for different purposes, but have this filled out already. Okay, have multiple copies. I suggest that. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go through the document for you. Part 1, the name of the individual who's the beneficial owner, that you want to put as the foreign situs trust. Okay, that's the beneficial owner. That's, you know, who's the foreign entity, if you will. Line 2, the county of citizenship. I'm sorry, the country of citizenship, I will put the United States Republic, something like that. Line 3, the permanent address, you want to list the address where the certificate was created. So where your birth certificate, the hospital, list that address. List the address of the hospital on line 3. Line 4, mailing address, that will be in care of if you have a PO address or anything, anywhere that you can receive mail, that will be list that on line 4. Make sure you put a C-O for care of. 5, the taxpayer identification number, that is your 82 number. So you would click the little, that's your 82 number. Line 6, the foreign, and that's the state, the state that we created. Line 6, the foreign tax identification number, that is your 98 number for your foreign sited. So the parent trust, your family trust, that number will go there for line 6. Line 7, non-applicable. Line 8, the date of birth. You would list your date of birth, okay? Or the date that the instrument was officially recorded, which is probably like a couple of days after you were born. Part 2, number 9, where it says I certify that the beneficial owner is a resident of, I will put Al Moroccan. For my Moors out there, if that's your nationality, Al Moroccan will go on line 9. If you were not of Moorish descent, you could put the United States of the Republic in that on line 9 too, to get you out of the jurisdiction as well. Line 10, where it says explain additional conditions of the article, we want to put Resolution 75 is what we're going to reference there, and the Peace and Friendship Treaty of 1787. We want to list those documents there. Now, I'm mentioning this, I need y'all to go look those up, okay? Has a lot of information there about, our nationality and what was going on in Parliament and government at the time and what protects us. Go look up Resolution 75 and go look up the Peace and Friendship Treaty. Treaties are the law of the land, okay? They're the highest law of the land. So we want to utilize those treaties. Part 3, certification, sign it, date it, and print your name, and there it is. Okay, that's the end of all of our IRS forms. Like I said, I gave you different ways that you could utilize these forms and their significance. One more thing I wanted to say before we wrap up lesson 3 is copyright and trademark. So copywriting is really important. That's something you want to copyright or trademark your all caps name. If you don't have the money to do it, we have templates available for you in this lesson also, where you can do it the common law way, and you can utilize this, if you need to in court, just follow the common laws for this. But you can utilize this document, just get it registered through the clerk's office and you should be fine. Or put it on public filing. You should be fine. So copyright and trademark is really important. We want to take back ownership of our name. If they do not have permission, they cannot use it and we will tax that ass. Good. Okay, so that's the end of lesson 3. I appreciate you guys, your energy and being here. That's the basis of setting up a business. I'm going to run through a little recap real quick, run through it for you. We have the steps. Choose a business name, register your business, acquire an EIN. That was the SS4s that we did. Fill out an 8832 after every SS4 form. Any trust that you create in the future, or estate or whatever, always make sure you have an 8832 available to send out right after that connects back to that family trust. Acquire a DUN number or a CPN. And apply. The next step will be apply for a credit card and establishing your credit, getting it started with lines of credit or trade lines or things of that nature. So those are the bases of our business. Don't forget that W-8 bin. That's going to get you to heaven. If you have a job already, you already filled out a W-4, that don't try to go to HR and give them a W-8 bin form. Just wait till you change jobs or do other things. That's it. That's all we have for you. And the copyright, trademark and copywriting. Trademark and copyright your name, very important. Take back your control. We love you here. Remember that the pen is always mightier than the sword, and it'll get you a lot of places. I love you. Peace and wholeness to all you. And we'll see you next time for lesson 4.